We're in Utah and checking this place out. It's pretty awesome back here. There's all these little kind of hovels. We call them hollows. And it's just these kind of little kind of hidden areas in between the rocks. I thought I just heard a rattler, so I'm kind of on alert right now. I was kind of letting the dogs wander around. The dogs were on their leash, but they were kind of walking up close to these rock walls in here. And I could have sworn I heard a rattler just slowly like starting to get its tail going. There's this cool dirt road up here. I'll hike up sometime. I think I'm only going to be here a couple nights. I was actually only planning to be here for the day or for a night, but this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting. You see how far back here it goes? Back there. And there's a little creek running through all of this that actually has some really clear water. It's not too deep. It only gets up to maybe about halfway up Dodger's body. But I was able to cool them off today because it was getting up into 90s. It was actually 94 inside the trailer all day. One of the things I like to do when I'm trying to put on some miles, which that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I'm trying to get up to the back to my homeland, the Northwest. Because I'm gonna spend a little bit of time up there in the trees, in the forest, in the mountains up there. But I'm trying to put some miles on because, like I said, we're just in Utah. We just crossed from Arizona into Utah today. So I got to put on some miles. But it's so hot right now. Like, we left Page, Arizona this morning, and yesterday all day it was 102. So I got the generator out, the air conditioner. And that's one cool thing about my air conditioner is with the small generator, they can't run the full-size air conditioner on the RVs. But I put in this thing called the soft start, and it was pretty expensive, and you have to like wire it into the system. But that way you can use a small generator that I have. I'll show that in a video sometime. And then the small generator powers the air conditioner on the RV, the full-size air conditioner. So it kept us pretty cool. It still was struggling because it was so hot out. So it was actually only about 83 inside the trailer. Oh, here's a cave thing. And there is a cave around here that I've ventured into before. Look at this. I see right back in there. It doesn't look like it goes back too far. But let's go check it out and see. There's a lot of animals around here, so you never know what could be in here. And in some of the other smaller caves, oh yeah, here's a coyote skeleton right there. Oh man, that creeped me out. Oh man. So that's a coyote, Echo. That's coyote. Keep these guys away from that. Come on, Dodge. Gotta get away from it. That's really, it's gross and sad because it's like a dog, you know? So there you can see its head and its teeth. It's a small dog size. And there's still bugs eating it. So I don't think I'm gonna even walk past that. Because I got my dogs and it kind of stinks now. I can smell it. I don't want my dogs to get in it. Oh, and you can see there's a little fire pit right here. And then there's a soot right here, so you could make a little campfire in there. I don't imagine it goes back too far. Yeah, it looks like you can just kind of stand in it and get a little bit of shelter out of the sun or the rain. But man, with that skeleton right there, or that carcass, it's not very inviting. Oh, that was kind of unpleasant. I really wasn't expecting to see that. It's funny because I read some of the reviews on iOverlander for this place, and one person did mention, they're like, there's animals around here, and we found a coyote carcass. So I'm sure that that's the carcass they were talking about in the reviews. I love those apps, and iOverlander is the one that I use the most. And then I tend to cross-reference it with a couple more, like I use Allstays, And free roam is a good one too. Free roam has a really cool view where you can select these different layers and it'll tell you what areas are BLM land and what areas are national forest land. And it seems to be pretty precise. So you can just zoom on right where you are and you can see, like, you know, I might be standing on BLM land right here, but if I step, 20 feet this way, then I'm not in BLM land anymore. And so that kind of helps dictate where you're going to camp sometimes. I use that for that feature and to cross-reference the sites that I find on iOverlander. So here's another little kind of area where there's a fire in there. This is where I thought I heard the rattler. So we're not going to walk in there, but there's a fire pit here. And I am kind of getting eaten by these bugs a little bit. It's just these flies and they bite you. And I got one on the back of my leg, so I got to test it later and see if it hurts, if it has like a long-term itchiness. One of the things I like to do is I like to drive early in the morning when it's hot out, and that helps me make some distance, and I don't have to run the truck when it's like 90 or 100 degrees out. So I've been getting up at 4 or 5 or 6 in the mornings lately and hitting the road as quick as possible. It still takes me an hour or two to get ready, because I got to take care of the dogs and pack up everything that I pulled out inside the trailer. Yesterday, I had to pack up the generator, and all that takes a little while. So you got to get up early, but then you can just drive for a few hours, and you're doing it at the coolest part of the day, and it's daylight. I don't like to drive at nighttime when it's dark out. This is our lifestyle. Just checking out these natural places. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I'm feeling really good right now because the sun is going down behind these mountains. The actual sunset for this area isn't for about another hour, but since we're in these hollows here, we get sunset a lot earlier, and it's really starting to cool off. It's still probably 80 something right now, but it feels good right now. It feels really good. So we're camped right here in this hollow. Hey guys, so this is footage of me and the dogs in Idaho. We made it here from Utah, and something really scary, it's the scariest moment I've had as a nomad, happened to me in Utah. And I'm gonna tell that story in an upcoming video. I mean, it freaked me out for a good half hour, an hour. And I also do have another story that involves echo, and I got some footage of that I'm gonna share with all of you in an upcoming video. So it's a good time for me to remind you all to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because if you have your notifications turned on, you get notified right away as soon as I upload that video. Here's Echo looking at some pronghorn deer out there in Idaho. And I also wanted to thank all of you for hitting those Amazon links in the description, because if you hit those Amazon links, they're linked to products that the dogs and I use and we trust and we like them, so you can check out the stuff that we use. But you don't even have to buy anything. If you just hit those Amazon links, that helps us out. It helps support me and the dogs and the channel so we can keep bringing these videos to you. So thanks a lot, and stay tuned for the next video.